Hello, my name is Mark Alexander and today I'm going to talk to you about concussions. Well, on average, Canada players of any kind of sports receive between 2.5 and 4 million concussions every year. But how dangerous can be all of those concussions? Well, this answer is actually pretty complicated and will be explained to you in the next few moments. In the first part of this presentation, I'm going to explain to you the few steps of a concussion, and in the second part, I'm going to talk to you about the risk that those concussions can involve. This subject is actually pretty important due to the extreme and important number of times it happens every year to an incredible number of players and athletes all around the world. Well, first of all, you gotta know that the brain is made of a soft and fatty tissue which is pretty sensitive. You can see on this one, it's a soft tissue which is such as jello. It's pretty soft and you can squeeze it. So the brain is really sensitive and fragile. To protect himself, the brain uses a protective membrane and a hard casing skull. He uses those envelopes to protect himself, such as the skull, which is the skin. He has a skull and a number of membranes which protect himself. With those protection, the brain is usually well shielded, but sometimes when the brain receives a shock too hard to handle that bumps the brain against the skull, the brain can shift and become really vulnerable. During the collision of the fragile organ and the hard skull, the billions of communicating neurons in the brain are also shocked and disturbed in the brain. And also, if the shock is too strong, the neurons that controls the entire body may break and lead to a lot of complications, such as this neuron, which is connected to a lot of other neurons in the entire body with those axons. So by breaking, the neurons spread a lot of chemical substances inside the brain that causes the death of a large number of other neurons like those ones, which are also in charge of many functions in and out the body. So by a simple but hard shock to the head in a sport like football or hockey, you could actually lose a lot of neurons that are in charge of your body and your health. So like those neurons are in charge of your health and all the body that controls. In addition to the large number of dying neurons, your body also has a lot of complications related to the concussion. The body can develop symptoms such as a blackout, headaches, difficulty sleeping, changing behavior, blurry visions, problems with the comportment. It can also even lead to anxiety or depression in some cases. But you also gotta know that not all brains react the same way to concussions. With some people, you could have like hundreds of symptoms of concussions, but in some cases, with really lucky people, you could have someone not have any symptoms at all. But luckily, the great majority of concussions fully heal and the brain recovers its normal habits and all the symptoms disappear within a small number of days or weeks. But this heal doesn't come for free. Normally, it takes a lot of rest and a gradual return to the activity if you want to fully recover of a concussion, or otherwise, you could keep the complications for the rest of your life. So, it is true that concussions can heal, but you gotta take them with a lot of precautions and safety because they are really dangerous for you and your body. To conclude, even if you don't want to continue your sport and you have a concussion, take the time for your brain to fully heal before anything else. Your brain is what's the most important in your body, so you gotta fully respect it and be careful with it. Brains are invincible structures. They are actual organs of the human body that need to be protected. And after all, if you want a short tip on how to never develop a concussion, do not ever play a sport of any kind because it is too dangerous for you. No, jokes aside, it's really healthy for you to practice a sport, but it's really and even more important for you to shield your brain for shocks or impacts of any kind in the future.